Who just moved here recently. I've been here for a month. And within this whole month that I've been living here, I have seen so much going on. Not it's just the youth who y'all say is doing all this hatred and everything. It's the reason why the youth is lashing out at everybody. It's the reason why the youth is looking down to everybody in here because y'all look down to us. The center of Hartsville closes at 1 o'clock. And somebody that was homeless when they moved down here. Where was I supposed to go after that? But to Belmont. But to walk the street on Belmont. And when I walk the street on Belmont, I would look down my officers. So I would take my ass places and things like that, speaking my language. But where else am I supposed to do? Where else am I supposed to go? I was walking down this street on my way to a pride. And I was prostituted just walking down. We get stereotypes and stereotypes and everything. What do you guys say about that? What are y'all going to do about that? What is it saying? Help us out.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Brother Aaron, and I'm a business development consultant for the Black community. And first, I want to say right off that I wish that out of all of the Black people that have spoken so far, no matter what the poverty is, no matter what the homeless is, no matter what our situations are, we all know the difference between right and wrong, and we should never come into our own heart and most people are not they're going to like the first 60 minutes of my speech, but most of the people in this crowd are not going to like the second 60 seconds of my speech, so please bear with me. So we all know the difference between right and wrong, and I live in Evanston, and there was a bunch of young Black brothers that were throwing paint and different things at the nice property down in downtown Evanston. I asked him, would you like someone to come to your house and do these kind of things, commit violence, and they said no. So we all know the difference for that, but I do want to say that the Black youth, especially Black males, have been a victim of American society. I would like to say that every day that goes by, the police department is continuing to make themselves irrelevant to stop the problems of the Black community until they stop the blue code of silence against police brutality against Black youth. I come to everybody in the name of peace, and I just ask that sometimes the Lord works in mysterious ways. And Black people are a minority, like the Alderman said, in this community. But I would like to say that on a worldly level, the Caucasian people, white people, are a vast minority on the global scale. And while you're upset with Black people committing violence in Lakeview, you have a minority of Caucasians to the United Nations and NATO that are dropping bombs, committing violence,
my name is Kevin McManus, and as one of the youth representatives here today, I just want to say that we as youth don't want negative people and illegal people here in this community just as much as you guys. We don't want those people here. We try and stay away from other young persons who are committing crimes and doing that. And we are working just as much as you are with the police and everything to make sure that that person on that videotape is caught, because we don't want them here just as much as you are. We are actively and positively participating to make sure that this community stays safe for us, for you citizens, for you business owners, and everything else. Homer cannot be here 24/7 policing her own staff. Okay, she has got a life of her own, and let her live it when she is off. Please be respectful of her because she has been respectful to us, and she has been respectful to the youth community. She has done pizza parties for us. She has done Halloween parties for us. She has done Christmas parties for us. And I will back her up 100%. And to my fellow youth outside, I just want to say thank you for being here and speaking your mind. And if you just give me one more minute, I want to say something, read something that a youth was not comfortable coming up here saying. He says, "Hello, my name is David. I live in Pilsen. On occasion, I come from Pilsen to mingle with people and make friends. But more importantly, I have come to the center every couple of weekends and weekdays to help my fellow homeless youth by bringing them groceries and on occasion providing emotional support. I am continuing to wonder why there has been police harassment and youth being arrested for absolutely nothing. And we would just like to say that we should stop pointing the fingers and that we should work together to make this community safer for youth, for whites, for blacks, for gays, for straights, for everybody who comes to visit and live and owns a business here in this community." Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, I'm very nervous. I don't know how to speak. My name is Juan. I'm one of the youth that live out here. And I've kept up with Facebook and a lot of things. I'm actually from North Carolina, so I've not lived here long. And there's a lot of good things about this community, and there's a lot of bad things, like there's everywhere. So one of the first things I want to say is it's a very diverse community, and it's something I love. There are people that want to blame minorities for stuff, but I want to say that there's good and bad to everybody. I don't care what your class is, your race is, your social status, your age, etc., 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 etc. I also want to say that pointing the blame and passing around, oh, it's their fault and their fault and their fault, don't do nothing. It's not productive. I personally think that people should come up here and do solutions. So let me tell you a little bit about what I do. I'm 20. I don't have much money. I ain't got a job. I go to school. DCFS has helped me for a few more months. You know what I do with a little bit they help me? They give me an apartment. I house at least 5 to 7 youth that I can every night and give them the little bit of food I have to help them. You know why? Because if I don't do something, who else is? I want to know why. Some of the people like myself that ultimately got shit give as much as they can to as many as they can, and then there's others that have everything and don't share. I want to know why there are some of us that are in danger of losing everything, and yet we're happy to have the little bit we got, and some people can't appreciate half of the world. So one of the solutions that I'm throwing out there, so I can stop talking about me for a minute, I'm trying to start a nonprofit. It's called the Renaissance Community. Part of it is I want to have a homeless shelter. Some of it's for the youth and some for adults too, because they need it just as much as the youth do. There's not enough homeless shelters anywhere. And I want to come up here so that people that want to be part of a solution instead of part of the problem can know that there are things happening. And if somebody would like to help me get the shelter up and running and get some resources going on for those that need it, you can contact me. My phone number is 708-639-0338, or you guys can look up the Renaissance Community on Facebook, because we can use help. Everybody in here can help in some way, whether you can volunteer money, time, food, clothes. Everybody can help if you want to be part of a solution instead of just a problem. Thank you.
Until after 8 o'clock, and I don't want to cheat anybody. We're going to go up to wherever Jose Rios is. But can we get to do like 30 seconds? Because we want to spend some time working on the solutions. So if we could get
Hello, my name is Aisha Trust. I'm a resident. I grew up on both the north and south side, Lake Park, Lakeview, Lincoln Park, Inglewood, South Shore, and there's different tensions in different fields, just like every community, there's good and bad. But first, what I want to say is that we won't get to any real solutions if we're not addressing the real problems. And I think that's maybe the problem with the thing. And I'm just ashamed of being ashamed.
power on right now is the way you guys are treating each other and disrespecting the young people that came up here. You guys are doing what they said. And you should be embarrassed that you didn't get your privilege, whether it's education or that we're talking about. So, I was just going to say that I am ashamed. I'm ashamed that my community that I reside in doesn't have the resources that my youth in my community need to where they gravitate to this neighborhood. I'm ashamed of the response that this neighborhood is having towards the youth that have the outcry about the economic injustice across the globe, across the state. 90% of people that students of school are color. They're going to keep coming. I'm kind of surprised that you guys are weirded out that crime is going on here. Crime is going on in Chicago. And we only the police, they try to do their job. It's not their with 4 white friends. So this is what, this is the ordinance you want to apply to our youth. It's just going to create more violence. I don't see how you don't see that. Going to create more violence. So be creative when you come up with these solutions. Besides policing, you have to help sit on hospitals that will really go for themselves right now. You have to go to 3 block streets and be a retail. You have to restart the community first. You have to stop. You have to stop being haters.
I have 10 years experience with the police department out there, active service, and also extensive emergency services. I'm a frequent patron of North Halsted Street, and I also help out doing security at one of the establishments on North Halsted. I applaud everybody for coming tonight, but I think the one key thing that everybody needs to remember is that community policing starts with all of us. It doesn't start with the superintendent, the police superintendent. It doesn't start with these folks. It starts with all of us. When we see something, we have to make that first call. And we have to take action to get them to respond. Other issues that I have to address the police department real quickly. A couple of suggestions. Saturday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights. Maybe you can spare 2 officers, maybe use your 4-wheeler. I don't know if you have a CSO program or not, but just a uniformed presence will keep people on the way.
The prostitutes are
I think that would make a big difference.
we're making it clean.
But
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Smith. I'm glad to see so many of you here. One word that I haven't heard tonight is civility. There needs to be civility as we discussed this. It's really important. And so, I feel that most people come to Lakeview because this is a community where most people are accepted. And so I don't defend the actions of any wrong, and I don't endorse it, and I believe that people should be dealt with accordingly. But that's not all of the issue here. There is an issue of race here. And when we talk about race, I'm not talking about racism. I'm talking about the kids that come from different communities who aren't accepted in their own communities because the communities lack programming. So my challenge to you, Alderman Tunney, is that you fight for resources, not just for this community, but other communities, so that kids don't have to be The other thing I want to say, the gentleman that talked about Center on Halsted, I don't have any complaints about the center of Halsted. But what I do recognize is that people from diverse communities are educated in different ways. And so some of the programming can be targeted towards minorities. So it's not that someone is against the center of Halsted, it's saying that there's an opportunity. This is a teachable moment, and you should embrace it. In order to solve this problem, in order to get a solution, we need to have empathy, we need to have programming, we need to create jobs for these same people that we're trying to chase out, because once these people believe that they're a part of that community, they will protect this same community, they will protect their community, and all of us. So that's my challenge to you. But most important, I said, it is important to be civil. Because if we let this conversation become about race, if we let this conversation become about one group versus another, about social class or anything like that, we're losing the fight. So the fight is to be civil, find good solutions, and do things the right way. Thank you.
For 10 years. I just wanted to say that I think it starts with everybody else. So if everybody would look at each other right now, to the right and left, and introduce yourself to that person next to you. Introduce yourself to that person next to you. Because when that person needs help, now you know their face. Now you know who they are. You're looking at a room full of people who have dealt with adversity their entire life. They've dealt with criticism. They've dealt with persecution. This isn't about persecution. It's about being in our neighborhood, respecting it, and taking care of one another. That's it. It's no more than that. I commend the kids that came here and that are voicing their opinion. The problem is the kids that aren't here. There's kids that are out there doing the job that we have going on right now. So, everybody, look out for your neighbor. I ask that you guys do your job. And I lived on the corner of Belmont, or on Halsted and Addison for 5 years. There have been fist fights that have broken out across the street from the police station and have not been addressed. And as a citizen, I thought that maybe I didn't have to call because it was the proximity was so close. I would say to my wife, they'll take care of it. But you didn't take care of it. So now I'm asking you, anytime you see anything, I don't care what it is, pick up the phone, call the police, flood the lines, and until they see the problem, then maybe they will come up with a solution. Thank you.
Hi, for those who don't know me, I'm Gerald Gordon. I'm a longtime activist and Native West Sider, and my talk was very brief. I think that there's a lot of issues that have been addressed tonight. I think two of the solutions that need to happen is, I think, long-term remedies need to be taking place instead of band-aid solutions like in past meetings about this discussion. For those who remember, this is an old issue, goes back. If you remember the closing of Club Array back in the 80s, and racism and poverty in the North Side. Back then, I was one of the organizers of that demonstration along with other ACTA members. But the second, more important issue I think we need to deal with is how to address homophobia and heterosexism within the West and South Side. And I think we need to deal with remedies long-term, not just institutions, but to confront homophobia and institutions in those areas.